Hey everyone, this is Cristy with Aerybeth Sewing, and the light is real bad in here, but this is my friend Willow. Say hey, Willow.
Hi.
So today we're doing a little class with her. She comes about every month or so, and when she stays with her grandma. And today we're making these cute little bracelets that I'm going to show you, and she's going to help me make this video on how to make these so other kids can make these. These are great presents for Christmas time, right? And for moms. Okay. So, isn't she a doll? Okay, we'll be showing you our hands now pretty much from this point on, and then we'll show you our finished products, right? All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Here is some of her finished work where she's putting them together. And here is Miss Willow sewing. She is sewing the lace on right now. So what we did is we cut out 2 pieces, and you can keep sewing because you know what to do while I talk. So we cut out 2 pieces of fabric. And these are our little fabrics that we're doing. And you can cut them out any size you want if you want them thicker or smaller. But this is just the easy version. And these are about 3 inches wide by the whole width of a piece of paper. And she is making those. And we're going to cut them down to her hand. But right now she's putting lace on these. So this will be a reversible bracelet. So she's going down both sides of the lace after we cut it out, and then I'll show you how we're going to put these together. Now we're not doing buttons or anything like that on there. We're doing Velcro. We're going to make it super easy and super fun that she can make a lot of these at home for her friends. All right. Yeah, always roll that towards you. Right, perfect. All right. Okay, now she's got her 2 sides done. So we're going to put right sides together. So we're going to put those sides together and match up only one side to start with. And then we're going to pin this, and then we're going to sew down this edge. Okay. All right. So she's pinning this, and I often tell them, you see a sewing line right there. So I often tell them to pin on one side and then push it through to the other side. Perfect. All right. Keep pinning, and then we're going to sew down just that line. All right, so Willow's got this all pinned, and I told her to find that first line. You can see that first line. I think that one says, let's see, does that say, that one says 3/8 of an inch. Basically, it's right on the edge where the presser foot is and no fabric hanging off. But, so she's going to put it right on that edge, and she's going to sew down that side. Now, we're going to make sure we're on, let's do it on a 9, because it's not your biggest stitch, but it's not the smallest. I'm going to roll the needle down. I'm going to go forward once, and then will you hold that down for me? We're going to back stitch, and then now she's going to sew down that whole side. So it's basically in between this right here, but try to keep it even with that line, okay? All right. Oh, is that set up for you right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then when you get to the end, you can back stitch, and then take out your pins as you go. Here, there you go. Thank you. Perfect. And then when you get to the end of the peach fabric, I would stop and then back stitch because your other fabric's a little bit longer. If it gets poofy like that, go ahead and take out your pin, Willow, and then smooth it out. You can take out the black one too because you may have to smooth that out. It's kind of poofy. And then you can kind of just do like that. Nice. And then just keep it on the edge of that little line. Back stitch. Now if we got too close to the edge, we can always go back and fix it. All right, looks good. All right, so we're going to take it out and cut off our threads. All right, so Willow's done, and she sewed this side. Now if you want to, you can sew the other side and make a tube and then turn it right side out, but sometimes it's harder for young ladies to turn that right side out. So we're going to go over to the iron and iron this, and then we're going to fold in the sides a little bit. And then we're going to put those sides together so they don't have to make a tube. She's ironing this all the way down. Yep, make sure. Now, I'm going to iron that white side for a second. All right, just on the white. So I'm going to pull this and make sure that we don't have anything tucked under there. All right, that looks good. All right, she's folding down this little edge, and I'm helping her with it. So parents, you may have to help, or you can fold it down and finger press it and just rub it with your hands. All right, that's all we need. Just iron that. Now, let's flip it over to the other side. Okay. Now, I'm going to do that right there. Okay, can you put your iron right on the tip, but not my finger? There you go. And we can go back and fix it. Folded too much. And all the way down. All right, good job. Keep going. All right. Now, we're going to take these two and put them together. Can you see how you're matching that up? Look at that. How pretty. Now we're going to take this back over there and we're going to pin it, and then we're going to sew really close to that edge. All right, now she's ironed it. I forgot one thing. We're going to open this back up. See how the edges are a little bit uneven? Willow, can you trim off that and make those even for me? Just don't cut your fingers. And then for we're going to do the same thing for the other side. And if it's fuzzy, let me show you something. Will you hold this for me right here? Okay. All right. So if it's fuzzy or uneven, you can cut off a little bit of both. Look at that. Now, we know that this is a little bit big for Willow's arm, so we can cut off both sides just a tiny bit. Now, what we're going to do, Willow, I'm going to open this back up, and I'm going to fold this edge in. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. Watch your fingers, baby. All right, can you get me in there? All right, so I folded that edge in. Now, I'm going to fold this edge in too. But then we're going to make sure it fits her arm. Okay? So I'm folding that in. Now, where she folded these little edges right here, I'm just going to fold that back and fold that back. Okay, that way, when we fold it back together to sew that side seam, they're only pretty edges right here. Okay? All right. All right, so the ends are folded in, and she's pinning the middle of these, the side together. Let's put one more in here, and then we'll get it closer to, yeah, you can get it closer to the edge if you want to. Very nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the beginning and sew and back stitch and go all the way down back stitch, but we're also going to sew the sides right here. All right, she's sewing on the Velcro. Sometimes it has a hard time going. No, oh, roll your needle in, yep. Yeah, make it go, and then pick it up and pivot. So we're doing our Velcro on the sides. One side on one of it, and then the opposite side. You see it's on her wrist. She already made one. Pick it up, pivot, unless you need a back stitch. And then back stitch when you get to the end. And then take it out. All right. Hey, Willow. Show me your bracelets. All right, this one's done. This was done by folding it over. And then that was done by making the tube. All right. Let's see if that one fits. You want to try one on my arm? Grown-up arm? Look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, and it's reversible. So you can flip it around. That one first. Yep. Look at that. How adorable. Great job. Yay. Good job.